In the way towards mid. It could be a very fast mid push here. The bomb's going to be going up as well. This is going to be going all guns blazing here. And they get the first pick onto Forest and Exist as well. Fragbite chimes in. They've got to work it out for him. He has to decide to fall back now and retreat as mid control does go fully in favor of TSM. But GetRight does take down Karrigan in the process.
GetRight's going to hear that vent pop out as well, so he'll sit in the corner. Perfect shot on device. That's how he had to start it. And it's just now one player remaining at Xyp9x with the bomb. If he could find this kill, or if he could have found this kill faster, he could have rushed it toward the site for a fast plant. Instead, Freiburg's already rotated around. That'll conclude things. NiP taking another pistol to start this game off.
Well, there we go. It looked like TSM really did have that one locked down, get the first two picks there. Boosting up to middle, very fast, emphatic strategy coming in there. But Fragbite picking up one and GetRight coming to life towards the B bomb side with that 5-7. Does fantastic work there and gets NiP back into this series. And they go 1-0 here. They get the Famises and one P90 on GetRight as well. Definitely a viable weapon on this one. It seems like TSM will be opting to go for the full Deagle setup here. One Tech 9 device. They have got the smoke and a flashbang to work with as well. I would assume that smoke is going to be coming out towards the A-bomb side from Squeaky Door, perhaps. Smoking off towards Quad. One flashbang from the main area, main entrance, and then they come out together.
So many Deagle spot right now in TSM, and we've seen what dupreeh can do with his. If they can find the shots, they had a chance with Karrigan to line one up, but it didn't amount to anything, and now GetRight's just going to fire away, but there, the Deagle comes to play. Xyp9x gets the shot on him, but look at the follow-up. Exist with two very fast kills, and Freiburg and Alley with one of their own. Bring it down to just Cajun1B, 1-on-4. And the bomb's down at A main. They've got full control of it. 3 players on that part of the map. Great shot from Cajun1B. At least showing us why they had faith in those Deagles, but it may not amount to anything still. As NiP have all the control they need to close out the round.
Yep. I think Cajun1B the most you can hope for here is another frag here, and that could have been it, but Freiburg deals with him there. 2-0, big round for them to win. As we predicted, TSM trying to go towards the Squeaky Door, smoke out perhaps, but didn't have enough control, overfacing a little bit for main, it seemed. That's a nice shot from Cajun1B. Forest will be feeling that one in the morning, but they win the round, and they know the full eco will be coming in here. Just some P250s purchased for TSM. And NiP can really sit back here. They don't have to force the issue too much whatsoever. Looks like they're investing quite heavily towards mid and B here. Just going to be Freiburg towards A. You'd assume they play that very passively as Exist. Goes up close range with the MP9 now.
Forest tries to face off toward B. It's Cajun1B that actually gets the kill against him, but GetRight's still in this checker position. They see those nades coming out. They know he's there. They try and overwhelm by passing through, but GetRight's not fooled. Eventually has to switch to a pistol. That will allow Cajun to at least take down him in return, but they'll very quickly nullify that situation, bring it back to a man advantage. Meanwhile, though, with that 2-player rotation onto B, they can walk into the A site. It's only pistols on a long-range shot towards Quad, but they've got a lot of time to contend with. And the fact that they can push on to Freiburg, he's not going to have any of it.
Yeah, the fact he had that rifle as well, he just chews through unarmored players there. And it's a simple process from the end. GetRight did well in that position and checkers to even get 2 frags. Should have been smothered a little bit more, but gets 2, and then Cajun1B took him down. The nice backstab from Exist settles that round. Here we go then. First gun round comes in. See TSM after that force bar in the second round won't be able to justify getting an AWP. No Molotovs either, so it's going to be a pretty simple round for them. Going to smoke off towards Z, connector and highway as well. Alu has to decide now, will he be pushing through the smoke or retreat to a different position? Boost coming in now from TSM as well. They should get full mid control here. CTs just have to sacrifice this and put it down as a bad investment.
GetRight. Here's again the vent. Busted out.
This is the reaction from NiP there. They lost middle and then Exist pushing the Squeaky Door. They've gained something there. They get some intel here and can at least start to gather.
And they got the bomb down toward that truck, so they have to cross over in front of Exist at some point. He's going to spot up one, but that's a bit premature to fire away because now they know he's there. He has to fall back. Does get a little bit of information, but he won't have picked up on that bomb play. And it's a trade kill to start things off. Now Forest inside B site has at least spotted Karrigan on that checker position, but they're going to push onto this. He's the only one here. The others have rotated away, so TSM will have B site to control. And GetRight, has to be said, has been a little bit predictable playing underneath that vent, so he's going to have to come up with an alternative strategy. Exist goes toward having good positioning, though, from Cajun1B, catches him off above the box. Alu responds in the device, but it brings it still to a man advantage for TSM, and smoke on CT buys them all the more time. If Alu can find this next pick, there's a chance that they can walk in. It's low enough HP on Cajun1B, so he's found himself a new home toward the checker room. As Alu walks, he wants this kill. Cajun1B's going to wait. There's no one coming from B tunnels. They'll all look towards CT. They figured at least that much out, TSM, but the shots rattle in, and it goes against them. Now they'll save the op.
Well, there we go then. Alu having...
Okay, good. He goes to Z. I thought he was going to try and just run it into CT. He would have got caught there.
No, so he's going to save the AWP there. But that mid-control gather from TSM was so fast. You see Alu had no choice but to fall back, allowed them to have full control that exists, tried to react to it, pushing towards the squeaky door, got taken down though, and they make their way to the B bomb site through the vents and towards B storage as well. Take over the bomb site, and it's the first run on the board for TSM. Now NiP do have enough money to get a force buy into this one. You see Exists, I actually like this. Going for the double AWP pick. A couple of players struggling to buy up here with the rifles. So as long as they give themselves an AWP and either bomb site, at least that strengthens them up and makes more of a fortress there. And they're going to work out how they're going to approach this round. Now they're swapping guns towards
Gives
spawn.
me gun.
And there we go. Fast play from Device there. Only got the Mac 10, so he's going to be going out, seeing what he can do. I'd assume he's going to try and get towards Checkers as fast as he can. Finds the first player there, actually takes down Get Right, and that's a big scalp to take. And now it's just going to be Alu left alone on this B bomb site. Teammates rotating in there towards Heaven.
Non-stop movement speed. Device just idiot. But Alu's here with the AWP. Spotted too. He knows Cajun B's there. He's not able to hit that shot. We've seen him miss a few in this game, or this series rather. And Kerrigan gets the response kill. NiP managed 2 more. It brings it to a 1-on-1 and low HP for either. Cajun B. He's picked up the bomb. See if he can read this correctly. There's no nade on either player because that could have changed everything. There is at least a Molotov for Cajun B as well as the smoke. And that'll buy time as Forrest looks to push through, but Cajun B, he's at least isolated it to the fact that it is CT side. And he's managed to walk across as well, so Forrest has absolutely no clue.
He didn't really have many options there. He didn't have a kit. Had he gone round to Heaven, it was taking too much time. So he just had to push through that smoke. Gets taken down, he had 6 HP. Like, what was his real plan there? So, unfortunately for NiP, that will break their economy now. And TSM, you'd assume it will be going to 3-3. Not much purchase at all, some NiP so far. There's going to be going full eco into this one. 1 P250 purchase for Forest. And normally, I guess you just go for a full-on stack. You try and push something fast, try and catch one of the T's by surprise. But Device going to be continuing on that aggression towards mid. With the MP7 this time, no Mac 10. Actually gets the first frag. It's Dupree that takes that one. And they get mid-control once again. Freiberg still looking to reply back, but he's going to be left stranded as they make their way to the B bomb site now.
Shot from Dupree to catch off Freiberg. They know that it's all going on to the B site, so Get Right's going to play passive, try and find the correct angle. Gets very aggressive when he has to against Ipix, and unfortunately his crosshair lineup wasn't favorable, so the headshot was not probable. As Dupree gets yet another kill at mid, Exist is the last alive. And that will mean TSM will pull this back immediately to 3 aside. And T-side already getting those 3 rounds, having not gotten pistol, does look good, it has to be said.
Absolutely, 3 in a row for TSM really have come to life. That mid-control, it has to be rectified right now from NiP. I don't think Alu being there, the AWP is a solution here. They need to be playing 3 rifles there, go aggressive. The smokes are too strong for TSM, and it's actually locking him out of the game right now. And you can see Alu has got money to buy the AWP. I wouldn't actually mind a full rifle setup right now. And just actually playing a little bit more dynamic, play some crossfires here. And you can see him just considering his purchase. We'll go for the AWP. Maybe send him towards B by himself. He can lock down that tight angle, and it means they can invest 1 player towards vents, and then see what they can do here. Alu is going to be joined by 2 men now. So they are changing the setup slightly. Forrest will be making his way close up aggressive. That mid-control coming in once again, and they are actually changing it up a bit now. Molotoving towards Boost, and now Forrest all going to come down to this man. We better find the first frag once again. The MP7 prevailing. Kerrigan takes him down, and leaving Alu in a horrible position here as he gets taken down by the AK-47 of Device. Once again, it's the mid-control that falls apart for NiP. What's going wrong here? Why can't they hold on to this?
This is what they weren't getting against Torpedo even. They couldn't find that mid-control. They had to rely on very fast A executions. 2 kills at least for NiP to bring it back to a 3-on-1. It's Get Right that's in it. But if they can get these kills, NiP has no chance to stop TSM once they have highway control.
This is it. They sent 3 players at a time. They changed it up. They had Forrest really close up behind the smoke. Alu once again getting smoked out, forced to go to sandbags. And someone like him I'd expect to at least pick up 1 frag there, considering the upper hand position he has there. But unfortunately for NiP, they get completely swamped. And that's 4 in a row for TSM. A really nice, convincing round for them there.
Even worse still, although it is starting to accumulate, it's on 4 rounds now out of the 5 possible for the lost round bonus. It is going to be yet another save situation for NiP.
Just Get Right saving that M4 there. That's going to be influential into the next round if he can make something happen with that. I assume the rest of his team will be pretty low money here, so about 3k average on the board. Get Right could potentially drop a few pistols. They can do a quasi-buy into this one. Let's see where they decide to go with it. He'll be purchasing up some stuff. He's got smoke grenade, defuse kits, flashbang as well. The rest of the guys are upgrading their pistols. And Get Right needs to find an early pick here. I assume he may flash himself in towards like Squeaky Door or something, maybe A main. And looks like TSM won't be going for that fast mid push straight away. Going to be going more on an A split this time. 4 players making their way into it. Get right in the right position. And it's going to be Carrigan once again towards that squeaky door by himself. Get right. Perfectly set up for this.
Oh, is he going to get the gun back out in time, though? They're going to overlook him. They've already looked toward Forklift. He's going to spray through. He knows Zipix is there, but he's slightly high on his aim. And that means TSM get the kill immediately after. That could have been so good for Get Right. Nice push through the smoke from Alu. Manages to evade 2 players. He's still done so, but he's only able to get the 1 kill. Which means TSM now get to 5 rounds in a row, which means that it's a decent amount of money for NiP to bring guns back up. They're going to go to Alu's off as well.
So mid, this needs to be sorted out right now. It's going a huge problem for them. After winning the pistol, they haven't won a single gun round. So Alu, I think he needs to be making the calls. He needs to be more dynamic. He's going towards mid every time, getting locked down. I can't remember him picking up any important frags in these gun rounds here. So let's see what they can do to rectify the situation. 3 players once again heading towards mid. It's going to be Forrest doing the same play before, sitting behind that initial smoke. And Alu, this time, going to be playing towards A. They have changed it up. 3 rifles towards mid. I actually like that. It's a good
almost
setup.
confusion right now from NiP.
But it's more productive, I think, instead of allowing them to actually have middle so convincingly. Fragbite picks it up, takes down Device, and now they have a real chance of getting this round on the board. TSM aren't allowed out to middle this time. Actually stuck behind the smokes, and it seems like NiP have finally got the right recipe to lock down the mid area.
The reason I just said confusion was just the fact that it was the goal was there, like you said, get mid control. The way in which they did it, they started to stumble over each other, but like you say, it's more important just to have it.
Well, this is it. They're going to make sure Alu's
This is a good spot from Forrest. If he gets the information, the call from his teammate right now, that KGB is boosted up, he can just wait for him to walk out. He'll very unlikely to check that spot and Get Right. Playing forward again. He's gone back to what he did in the first 3 rounds to catch off Kerrigan. Not only that, he's dropped the bomb. And Forrest getting that kill. Now NiP give themselves a very good chance. Drop down and take Dupree as well. Zipix the last alive. And they've got all the information in the world as to where he's playing from. There is still a chance for him to rotate back toward, as Semler would say, garage.
Garage.
Thank you.
I
agree.
That's how I say it anyway.
I agree. It's not a carriage.
Yeah, exactly, Semler.
Either way, he's got that at least to work with, but I imagine now at this point, with 13 seconds, he's going to just try and hang on to his gun. I'm very surprised. I know NiP is low on economy right now, but I'm a bit surprised they didn't commit 1 player at least because they knew where he was.
Can't. Like this, you know how precarious their situation is right now. If they lose the next round, it's $1,400. They can't afford to lose anyone.
True, actually.
They need to make sure they keep all these guns. And look at the bankroll for TSM. It wouldn't really affect too much, to be honest. So that's actually a wise decision from NiP, considering Get Right had no money there to, well, one of his teammates could drop for him. Now they have a nice, healthy buy going to this. Alu, he can probably stay towards the A, towards that quad area. Hasn't been a heavy area of contention on the gun rounds here. So seems like TSM finally locked down and now NiP coming to life. What can they do? They're going to do the same setup here. They're going to be doing more of the same. Looks like Alu will be going towards A once again, so it will be the exact same setup. But this time, Carrigan is called for the boys to go towards A. This could be the perfect call considering the setup here.
Slightly misthrown Molotov on the boost. Kerrigan's going to push through this. He goes immediately in, but it's taken down from Freiburg. There's no utility, no flash even to put him in place.
I'm not really sure what Carrigan's plan was there. Didn't have a player boosted. He's run out by himself. They know 3 players for an NiP playing now.
And they didn't have the read on Forrest either because he never got that far through the smoke. They seem to have somewhat of an indication that he might be there. But NiP, this mid-control finally works out for them, and it leaves them in a 5 versus 2. They brought a 3rd player over as well, by the way. Exist is sitting at the bottom of highway, so he can support from a distance. There's really no movement or control for TSM to even claw back into this round. So not only that, as it sits right now, they've kept 5 up. That's 9 players kept alive in the last 2 rounds, if it finishes that way, after a reset, which starts to build their economy very quickly.
Yeah, so Carrigan having his moment of madness there, running through the middle smoke. No real method to it, really. I wasn't really sure what the objective was. I assume it's to try and get 1 pick there, set his boys up to go towards A, but that was just a real high-risk play for not too much reward being achieved there. But there we go. NiP get 2 rounds in a row. We talked about that economic situation they're in. That's rectified now. At least give themselves another buy next round, even if they lose this round. So NiP looking strong as they tie things up to 5-5. TSM going to be going 5 rifles this time. And it'll be interesting to see what approach they go with. Now, I'm going to predict they're going to go for actual set piece into A. Smokes down, Molotovs into key positions, and then see what they can do here. Carrigan doing the same play, trying to get that convincing play towards middle area and see if he can keep the 3 players there.
And he Molotoved off on the pillar, which does force Exist out. Brilliant play from Alu, though, and a 3rd one on the no-scope. He's going to shut down A. He's not ready for KGB to come around the corner, but he's done more than enough to give his team the chance. KGB the last alive, caught in the open of the site. Kerrigan actually got out mid that time, dropped the Molotov to force Exist out. It looked like they would have a great split onto the A side, but Alu just shuts that down entirely.
Yeah, so you can see that TSM with that buy, they didn't really have the Molotov to actually flush Alu out. Normally we could execute into A. At least want to chuck one Molotov towards quad, just to give the AWP player that, he can't have that sort of comfort. He can't just be peeking all the angles, not being flashed, not being Molotov. Quite comfortable for him. Very impressive nonetheless, but TSM making a little bit of a mistake there to allow him to do it.
Freiburg will take down Dupree. It's another very solid round, the previous one for NiP. So their economy does start to build back into things after it deteriorated so rapidly.
Yeah, NiP for that first frags. Dupree going down.
Device looking for this 1D, getting mid, not able to hit it, and goes down to 19 as a result. Does do reasonable damage against Exist, but it's going to be all on NiP afterward. And in fact, as Exist leaves that position, he does still get the kill. Two members only remaining, and Bomb already flung forward and dropped in the very middle and open position in the A site. Only from Cajun B to at least get one gun dropped. But another very efficient round as it looks to be so. They'll just wait. Actually, they do push. I thought Force would just wait because they had the flank coming in regardless. Not take the risk either way. It's going to be 7 now for NiP. Single op setup's going to be the name of the game. It's going to be Alu again that has it. And they have done better, much better, of controlling that mid position.
Absolutely. It seems like they've worked out what they need to do. Taking Alu away, and that's the call I would have made as well. Like I said before they went into that round, get him out of there. He's getting locked out with the smokes. He's not having any impact whatsoever. And you saw how strong he was in that A-bomb. So what a perfect reposition that's been for them so far. Going to be more of the same. Alu playing a much more passive position now towards CT spawn, as it looks like Kerrigan's going to try and go for the pick. He's going to be jumping through that smoke again. He is just playing so audacious tonight. It's not going to work out again for him. And Alu picks up the first frag, though. Does get a little bit of pressure from it. Zipex as he takes down Freiburg as well. And it's down to Alu just to try and stay alive as long as possible here.
He's going to go over top. Zipex goes over top. Alu, he almost walks into the crosshair anyway. But he can't react that fast this time, so it does stay to a 3-on-3. Very low HP on Zipex. That nade nearly catches him, but bomb's not yet planted. Dupree, they're going to get lit ablaze on top of that quad position, and not only that, default's flamed as well, so they can't get in position to even plant the bomb. And as a result, Get Right just walks in with 2. They do manage to get the tag shot device through the edge of the catwalk, but that's all he will get. NiP, Get Right's going to have 5 digits, as is Forest, post-buy.
Yeah, they're pretty much set up. There's only 2 rounds remaining. They've got enough money now. Whatever happens, they can buy into this round. So here we go then. We go into number 14. TSM will be forcing into this one. Cajun be saving $900. He's just going to go for Tech 9. The rest of the guys on AKs and Galils. Once again, distinct lack of utility in terms of the Molotovs here. So they do go to the A-bomb site. Going to have a hard time actually flushing out players like Alu. Forrest with the double AWP as well. He's going to be towards the B storage area. May pull his smoke at the wrong time there. And he gets away with it. Smokes him out to allow Dupree just to jump past that key choke point.
Freiburg managing to help his teammate out. Forrest, meanwhile, drops bomb again at B. That's well and truly in the vision. And he's tagged up on the device as well. Zipex is on 2 HP, so there is still 2 TSM players remaining. Both have AKs. That bomb's been recovered. It's actually made it to the platform, so they can go for a plant here. But Zipex, is he going to be ready for this? Exist. He had the advantage. The shot was better, in fact, from Zipex to start it off. As Exist went down to 12, but Kerrigan gets caught in the open, and TSM will put themselves even further behind. It's going to be 9 rounds now for NiP, and even... Okay, well, lost round bonus puts them in a position where they'll buy. I was going to say even more grim in this next round, but they should be okay.
Yeah, they'll be fine to get a decent buy in the boards. That's more adaptation coming in from NiP. They've worked out that the middle was locked down so strongly that they had to forward to go for this double AWP now. Forrest going towards B, mixing things up, gets 2 frags himself. That pretty much ties up the round for them. And they get 9-5 now. After losing a few rounds in a row after winning the pistol, NiP really have sorted things out here. And they've looked like NiP of old in the last few rounds. Actually really nice, strong, adaptive play here. Getting the frags together. And Alu coming to life with the AWP as well. So what can TSM do to this? It seems like they've been locked out. This is a problem they had against Torpedo as well. Once one thing's not working for them, they don't have much to fall back onto. It seems like the smoke's going over towards A. It's quite telegraphed though as to what may be going on. Blocking out quad, but Freiburg's going to answer back by smoking the squeaky door as well, just to take away that vision many T players tried to pick towards Forklift. There we go though, Zipex takes him down, and finally the advantage going in favour of TSM for about the first time in 5 rounds, I would say.
Need to build off of this. As you say, first time in 5 rounds. They're not going to overcommit either. They want to just sit back and maintain this advantage. They've given up that position inside A main. Are they going to flash in? They've got to exist close enough to the doorway that they could. And Alu at the long angle, but Forest is gone now as well. Device finding that kill. And suddenly mid is cracked wide open yet again. And it's B that's weakened. The bomb is heading back in that direction. They'll likely go through vents here and leave just one remaining player. Very aggressive peek, though, it has to be said from Device. I was going to say leave him in mid just to cut off the rotation, but having missed that shot, he's just going to go with his team. And Kerrigan takes down Get Right. It's going to be Exist and Alu 2 versus 5. And once again, once they got mid, TSM was able to work with it. So that really was the bone of contention throughout the defeats and successes of either team in this half.
We are round number 15, so obviously NiP might as well have a go at this one. That's going to help. Ali does take down Dupree, brings it down to the 2-on-4, but the bomb ticking away. There really is zero chance here unless TSM throw it away, and that's going to secure it. KGB takes down Ali, just Exist there. Gets a couple of consolation kills here, but 13 HP, that's going to be taken care of by Device, and a decent last round for them to at least have more of a decent half. You can see that when they had 6 rounds in a row for NiP. Once they made that adjustment, Matt, you saw them actually have struggled so much of Ali towards middle, getting smoked out every single time. As soon as Forest and Exist came over to help him out and putting him towards the A-bomb site, that's when that was the turning point. TSM just didn't know what to do after that mid control wasn't working out for them. Great stuff from NiP.
So 9-6 is our halftime score. And NiP, despite starting with the pistol, going down 5-3 immediately afterward to claw back in and manage to stabilize the economy. But 6 gun rounds for TSM isn't the end of the world. It's not too bad at all. We'll see if they can build upon it on this CT side. But the way these two teams play, they've both got T sides up their sleeves. It's going to rely on a pistol, I fear, from TSM just to get started.
Interesting enough, I've seen what they're doing now. So Fragbite drops 2 PT-50s for Forest and Exist, giving them PT-50 in armor. Then he gets 1 flashbang to help out. So they don't have any smokes to play with. They have the firepower and that potential Forest pistol godlike plays to come out, so let's see what they can do with that. Not going to be anything too fast yet, but look at this play from Dupree, pushing all the way up to B storage. Does get some good intel here. Going to fall back though as he does get spotted. That's the shot I think could have decided things as he falls back now.
The shot that was heard around the world. As Forest is in position, he's actually managed to get his way up to the electrical spools, but Kerrigan's aware of it. Brilliant from him as he walks back in. And it's just a tap of the head, click of the mouse, and to give them the man advantage in the round. Alu's flash, but falls back off the A main, and as a result of it, they're going to take bomb over toward B. And Dupree, again, is still facing that. He's got the information. He'll rotate back in, but there's no one here to help him right away. He's going to have to buy himself some time, and Get Right's already going to watch that vent position. Exist takes down Dupree. It's all not done yet because NiP suddenly finds an opening on that site. They follow it up on Cajun B, and it's a great call for them to head back to the B site. Device can't find his way through, as it is just Get Right bursting that Glock in toward it, jumping up and down. And this is going to be going the way of NiP, surely. They do have a kid on Device. He's gone back the other way. He's going to try and take the approach from CT spawn, as he's already made it to the tree at the very least. And coming through the connection, at least Sipix manages one. Now they give themselves a chance. He's taken down Alu as well, and Device gets onto the site. Crucial that Freiburg gets that shot, does so as he falls away. And he's going to rotate to heaven. He has to. Kit picked up from Zipix. He needs to get on it right now. He's going to try and bait it out. One last-ditch effort, but doesn't hit the shot, and that's going to give it to Freiburg with only 2 HP.
How did Freiburg not die there? Zipix is to land 1 bullet. He whiffs the shot. Freiburg was mid-air as well, I think. That was a crucial kill there. They did so well to retake that and make it even down to a one-on-one situation. Freiburg gets away. And let's just have a look here. How are you not hitting that shot? Just needed to hit him in the
He actually already had it lined up. Look, it's lined up right there. And it was like a little muscle memory, a little bit of muscle memory. He pulled his mouse too far to the right, went to click, and his hand snaps or something. It was just ridiculous.
Considering the poor first half they had towards the end of it, they wanted that pistol round to kind of give them some good footing into the second half, but they're going to force by into this one. That's going to help. Their Device takes them Get round to the boost position, brings it into a 5-on-4. Full rifles there for the rest of the NiP guys. Are still favour this round towards them.
So NiP in a great position to start things off, but like you said, rifles. This is a big investment for round 2, and with that deagle shot from Device to start things off, they need to slow this down, make sure that they get the next pick, but it's Device again. A double deagle round from Device has them in a great position right now, and the NiP read this because they still want to go onto this A site. They've rotated a second player across the Device with another one. 3-bullet shot from this deagle, and it's 3 headshots already. Looking for more. The last 2 players are in front of him. He fires again. He does manage 4, and is he going to get the 5th? It's not quite the same fashion that Happy managed, but he does still have the chance for the ace, and he'll get it to Vice. The 5-man Deagle play to eco NiP.
And to quote a wise man, Device, what are you made of, my man? A 5-man Deagle kill from him on the CT side of Cash. That is fantastic work from him, and that's a huge round for them to pull it back in. Device stepping up huge there after losing out on the pistol. That's exactly what they needed, and that's going to be very devastating to the morale of NiP going forward.
Well, you got me, I have to say, as Get Right looks back toward the checker room. Freiburg does manage the first kill this time. It's a Deagle in return, so they return the favor, but it's not Device, it's Dupree rather, but the P250 of Get Right and the aggressive play will catch off Cajun B. This gives them a chance to rotate back over to B, but through the smoke at least Device is able to take down one and follow that up. No utility on Kerrigan, he manages one as well, but that's canceled as Freiburg gets yet more. And Device needs to bail them out again. Bombs drop, this will buy them some time, so he knows he can go for the reload. It won't put them in the best position just yet. They've recovered that bomb. But it's down to just Device, and he needs to be careful. He needs to be so careful because he had to take Freiburg immediately, and suddenly NiP managed to claw back in, and TSM's chance of coming back into it's gone already.
But they're going to fall straight back into this as well. It's going to be Cajun B picking up the Famous. They've gone all out with the pistols as well. This is a huge round here. Back-to-back 4 spies working out for the teams here. NiP getting the morale back in their favor. It's going to be Alu on the Mac 10. Get Right on the P90. 2 recon players. You'd assume that means they're going to go for something quite fast here. Try and keep it close range. Maybe a B split coming into play here. They're going to get some mid control and try and go through the vents, get onto the B bomb site. Here we go then. The first frag comes in. Get Right goes out. Kerrigan replies though. Will he be able to get a double here? Spamming through the smoke. Get Right takes him down, and that should secure the round in NiP's favor as they're coming onto the B bomb site. It's going to be Dupree though. He gets 1 kill onto Exist. Makes it a 3 versus 2. He needs to find one more, and he does it again. The Deagle work tonight has been sensational. TSM giving themselves a real fighting chance here of taking this one as well.
Deagle Pre and Deagle Vice. That's why they start with D. I'm saying it right now.
Crack the code.
If only they knew this code in World War II. But they've got bomb down, and Dupree is going to go forward, pick himself up an AK. So what can he possibly look to do with that? Get Right is a long way away from this B site, but it may actually work out for him if he can catch them off guard. He won't, though. They've gone toward that B tunnel position, in towards CT and Heaven, rather. And Forrest will approach with the M4. Get Right hasn't had the fortunes of finding anyone. He's going to blow out the vent. Xipix will hear that. This just bodes well for TSM's advantage to try and hold positional, but Xipix needs to hit a shot still. It's not done just yet. Spots the barrel of Forrest's gun, but now it's his turn for the Deagle shot, and it works out. Doesn't even need to be a headshot because Forrest was low enough on HP, and they've got it figured out. They know exactly where Get Right is, and he with the P90 is actually in the disadvantaged situation from a distance, still manages to spray away and take down Xipix. 18 seconds. It doesn't matter about the bomb at this point. It's going to be the one-on-one play because he knows that Dupree's forced inside the site, but the AK will prevail, and it has been back and forth this half.
That's a crazy round to go down. It looked like NiP just had that one completely tied up. I'm sure we're going to see a Dupree replay here. And you can see him, he's got so much control of that. First shot was sensational, but this second one, fantastic stuff as well. Freiburg goes down, that secures the round. Xipix could have fallen back and made that 2-on-1 a little bit easier for themselves, but Dupree works out what he has to do, takes him down with the AK-47 to finish things off, and now finally the economy has been broken for one of these teams. Not going to be force buying into this one. 3 Deagles purchased for NiP, no armor, and just 1 smoke to play with as well. They're going to make their way towards the A site, leaving the bomb towards C-spawn. TSM need to win this round. They can't allow NiP to keep bouncing back. Need to start winning some rounds in here.
Get Right has that forward position to try and wait to see what he can pick up. As he goes for the boost now, late in doing so, but they have to contend with the fact that Kerrigan is also waiting on the opposing side. They've not yet spotted each other. Freiburg, his turn to try the Deagle over at B. We can't rule it out. Cajun B was waiting for it, though, and on the sound cue just pops out. Thank you very much for the thunderous applause of your Deagle, but now Kerrigan waits, and Exist is the one to walk out first. Get Right follows up, and it's a double for him. It's down to Alu, and finally, something normal has happened, Henry.
Yep, no frags being lost there for TSM. No crazy Deagle action coming into play either. They do some decent damage on the Kerrigan, but that's about it. Just your man, Alu remaining now. He gets taken down, only had the Glock in hand. So there we go. Finally, TSM to get 2 rounds in a row. You can see the money hasn't quite stabilized for NiP here. I wouldn't mind if they took another eco here, just a quasi-buy perhaps. They're actually going to be going in for the full buy straight away. And it's going to be Freiburg on the Tech 9. I'd assume not much utility across the board for any of the players here. You can see 2 smokes being purchased. Oh, sorry, 3 Freiburg. And they got one Molotov as well. Difficult round for them considering, but it's not like TSM have got an amazing buy going into this one as well. KGB still on the MP9, Carrigan and Zipex with the FAMAS, so both teams probably will be broken. Let's see what they can do with this one. NiP looking like they're favouring towards the A-bomb side. Bomb not going to be going towards her just yet. No real positional control gained as of yet as well.
And will it happen twice that NiP have a halftime lead and let it dissolve? Look at Get Right, though. He may catch dupreeh here. He knows he's pushed up. Flashes in. They'll double it up, but it's mistimed, and Get Right can't go on it, so it's 2 utilities gone for the price of absolutely nothing in return. Now they'll go to the Molotov, so it took 3 nades in the end, but they will eventually take down dupreeh. It's the first kill. Follow that up. Exist has device, and things look good for NiP, and like you said, this round means so much economically.
Well, Cajun B with the MP9 in hand now, all to play for. He's the arse man. The last line of defense towards that B-bomb. So he has got Carrigan within the vents, but he's in a difficult situation as well. Looking like NiP are going back towards middle here, and you can just see there Zipex towards the A-bomb side, the FAMAS as well. Odds stacked against TSM in this one. Carrigan needs to find some magic here. Finds the first fragment. Should get the reply. And Exist takes him down. Now brings it into the 2 versus 4 as they make their way to the B-bomb site. KGB, as I referred to before, gets the first one. Doesn't manage to get 2, though. Forrest deals with him. It's just going to be Zipex. And you'd assume this round going in favour of NiP here. Zipex just behind the smoke in CT spawn.
I can't imagine him going any further than that.
No, that's just going to be it for him. He needs to just fall back. We know. Can we just have a quick look at the scoreboard and see where the money lies there?
Yeah.
So they can go into this one. They'll get, well, $1,400 this round. They can do a reasonable buy. If Zero keeps this guy, they can drop that FAMAS and means they can get a reasonable one going into the next round. So that's not too bad. NiP, though, with some key picks there.
They're going to chase this. They hear him going as well. He's going to get caught out by this. Good thing he picks up that kill and Exist, because now the chances of buying still exist. And not only that, he'll upgrade his rifle as well.
That's the thing. If he can stay alive with that AK, like I said before, he can drop a gun. And they should be able to get a reasonable buy going into the next round.
Forrest. Never not doing backwards bunny hops.
Just showing off. And there we go. That's a big round for NiP to win. And there we go. The AK with Zipex does allow them to get a nice healthy buy here. Device can actually get an AWP as well. So that's great news for them to actually be Carrigan picking that one up and using that. So let's see where he decides to go. He's going to be, I think he had a reasonable spawn there towards the beginning. He could actually go for one of the early picks here. He's going to be going towards, he normally plays towards the sandbags area. That's like his bread and butter on this map. He can do some reasonable work here. And NiP not going to be smoking off the Z halls here. So we can actually just stay in this advantageous position.
Alu gets flashed off, but finds himself in a decent position. I love that he goes for that. They're going to boost late, and they're going old school boosts. This is risky stuff from TSM, but they're going to get the Vice up there. Is this heard, though? Has this been figured out? Like you saw, the spam came in. That's normally preemptive. But let's see if NiP are aware of this when they go in.
Not much happening just yet. It's spreading across the map. Pretty standard round so far.
Do you think that door should be breakable like all the others?
No.
No? You like that it's not? I think it's different.
I think the fact you can close it makes it really interesting in clutch situations. Like, you can't just get rid of it and have it open. It means you have to always have that mystery. And,
good point.
that's what I like.
I kind of like that it's different, too. Carrigan's going to smoke, or rather Molotov off that fence. There's no one. Actually, there was. I take that back. I did not think dupreeh was inside them still. He actually goes down quite low on that and has to fall out. That gives more mid-control chance here to NiP, and they want to take it. They're going to fire into Carrigan. He actually, despite the noises, took less damage than you'd think because it came through the edge of the wall. And this just gives NiP that presence. And it's going to be B that they choose to work onto, having gotten the vents in their control. dupreeh, he's not ready to look to his left so soon, and NiP is getting all the kills to start things off. Freiburg, Forrest, and Exist each with 1. And it's up to Zipex and Device to do anything about this, and I don't think that they have plans to.
No, absolutely not. It's another round going towards B, as you said. dupreeh just have too much on his plate there to even have a chance of getting 1 kill there. Coming through the vents, got into Checker's room too fast. He was looking at B main, and they just took him down by facing the same time. Very clever play there from NiP, actually. A nice clean round. Didn't lose pretty much any damage at all. Freiburg and Exist going to take a bit, but that's about it. And now they are on the hunt. They can justify killing these guys here. Device gets 1, doesn't manage to get 2, though. Forrest takes him down, and Zipex on very low HP. He should be taken down any moment now. And there it is. Get Right deals with him. 12-9 in favour of NiP. You'd assume TSM now, the money will be broken for them. There it is. They've got 2k pretty much average across the board. Zipex, the anomaly, here's 4.3. So he could drop some pistols, I guess, if he wanted to. But the driving seat right now is firmly in place of NiP. They get the AWP onto Alu as well. And it looks like TSM wouldn't be investing anything into this round. There's a couple of P250s, that's about it. So you'd assume NiP going to be in touching distance after this round of map points. It will be 14-9, but let's see what TSM can do. That leg shot coming in onto Karrigan.
That's unfortunate. He can't do anything more. Alu just pops back out, finishes off the kill that's rightfully his. And Get Right, he's managed to take down 2 from Toxic. dupreeh and Cajun are gone. Alu will continue to look forward inside mid with his AWP. Does spot up the edge of Xyp9x, but now they're going to just push on him. They've got so many players here. They've got such an advantage that this round is surely to slip away. They managed 2 kills. Device it is, of course. Who else could in a pistol situation? But it will be 14 rounds for NiP, and this time it has to be said they're in a much better position than they were on Dust 2 to close things.
Absolutely. You can still see TSM haven't recovered from this economic deficit they've been entered into. They haven't got a single kit here. 2 players on Famis's, I think. Karrigan not going to have them great by going into this one. And they've got a Zeus on dupreeh, so the chips are down. They need to find this round somehow. If NiP does play it correctly, nice and slow, where the picks at the start, flush out some areas with the Molotovs they have in hand, they should be able to give themselves a nice, tidy round here going into number 24. Let's see what they choose to do here. More standard plays here, waiting for CT aggression to come in. So spreading themselves completely across the map, 1 player in each key position. CT's going to be stacking towards mid once again. dupreeh in that checkers room though. What can they decide to do? Karrigan has got the AWP. So this is his favoured position here. Does very good work here if he is given an opportunity to.
Well, he looks for the shot toward A as well. In this round, if it doesn't go TSM's way, we'll rob the bank. Another Molotov on the vents to force Cajun out. It's a little bit shallow, so we can actually stay here. This is actually a pretty important detail because now they are able to secure mid in a lot better fashion, and hopefully he realizes that that was misthrown because they might walk in and not expect his presence. Exist is still biding his time. He'll let Get Right get in play. He's already Molotoved off the backside of Checker as well, so do they know? Do they understand that KGB is going to be there? Now they have to because he's managed to take down Exist, so Get Right looks toward him, but he takes his time to throw out nades. That's a misplay. NiP able to walk around the corner and take the fight very easily, and Forrest follows it up. It's looking grim for TSM as they walk upon the B site. Bomb's going to be planted just now. Xyp9x is going to be fast about it to try and get back in. He's spotted by Get Right, but slightly late. He does take down the planter, bring it back to an even situation, but the HP is diminishing quickly against TSM, and Get Right's going to make it worse still. Karrigan inside the site. Close shot with the AWP, but Forrest will close it out, and it will be map point for NiP.
Yeah, really nice work from him there. It's just Cajun, like you said, he did so well to stay in that vent. He had so much time to work out what he's going to do, and when he found that first pick onto the boosted player, that's when he gave his position away. But what I didn't like from that situation is he decided to run out of his back, like sticking his ass out of the vent there, and it's a really simple kill for NiP. He should have just tried to stay alive, maybe fall back towards middle, wait for his teammates to actually come together, and they could have retaken Pincer to the bomb site, but like you said, a misplay from him, gives his frag away. And now we go into map point for NiP, the boost coming in for TSM, the last move, the desperate play,
and
try and do anything with
Alu
it.
hears it. It is desperate, like you say. They managed to at least get the kill, but they won't amount to any magic. It won't be sick, like you said earlier when I boosted you there.
Oh, that was sick.
It was pretty sick. It was decent. It's because I'm the best booster ever. That's why you're global. As Forrest will at least claw one back for NiP because things start to slip away. In fact, Cajun gets Freiburg before that. Ooh. Nice shot, Forrest, though. dupreeh goes down, but hello, there's Xyp9x. He manages to push through A main, and as he falls back to safety, it's not safe at all. Out of the fire and into the frying pan. Exist will look to try and open up middle again, but it's a 1-on-3. Cajun is going to hear him go toward that vent, and he's not quite fast enough to get on the flank, so he'll take the safety approach back toward the site. It may amount to a bomb plant here still, although they do have the rotation from Device to get towards CT early. The problem is that the AK, if it wins this battle, it's down to just the pistol of Device to hold it off. This could end up in a 1-on-1 if Device doesn't land this shot brilliantly, and that's exactly the case, because Exist, he figures that out immediately before it even comes to any threat whatsoever, and now the nade brilliantly done from Xyp9x onto Exist.
It looked like one of the most clever clutch plays I've seen from Exist there. Really nice play from him with Xyp9x. Nice grenade spray combo there. Unfortunately for Xyp9x, unable to find that last frag, but TSM do get another lifeline into this. 5 rounds in a row required for them, but NiP get the bomb down once again, and the money they have already in their bank, they're going to have another strong buy here. The problem for TSM is they lost 4 players once more, so they're going to have a difficult buy. Famis is coming out, for example. This shot was so crisp from Exist. I expected him to win that one, and that one as well. I thought that was the round tied up. He looked like he was just on incredible form there. As I mentioned before, TSM going to have a hard time buying this one. 2 Famises, Cajun and Device rolling with those, and the NiP AWP on Alu coming out once again. As we go into round number 26, NiP just needing 1 to close this one out.
assist. We'll get toward A main very early this time. Forest out toward long as well, so they are just setting up for a pick strategy. NiP take things slowly. Bombs drop down toward the garage. Device is waiting on forklift. Smokes off on both the entry points. Flash as well came in, but Device doesn't go on top of that one. He thinks better of it. The nade will do more damage. He still wants to. He looks so aggressive. He's gonna lob a nade, and that actually hits when he fires onto it, knowing that it stops up short and does pick up Exist for his troubles. And that now means that they've got the man advantage to work with. We're not done yet. NiP does still have a massive bank, so it's gonna be a huge task regardless, but Kerrigan, he'll contribute to the cause by taking down Freiburg. And it's all TSM so far. They've managed finally, as NiP go back to this slow play, to just hold all the bones of contention. Get Right's not done. He knows there's a push from Device, but that's going to go against him. It is Alu to show up with the AWP. 1 versus 3 now. Rotations coming in from Highway. If he hits the next shot, I'm not going to rule him out of this situation, and that's exactly what he does. Does he find the 30? Actually tags him up, but KGB is not going to have it.
I thought that was it. He's going to hit that shot, and we're going to see some magic being rolled out by Alu there, but there we go. TSM didn't want to lose any players there. They really needed to stabilize their economy, but good news for them is NiP haven't got the greatest money ever as well. Nice shot there from Alu, and had he got that third one there, the Glock kill here was great, but this one, if he'd have hit this, God, some chaos could have been unleashed there, but very nice work from TSM. 4 to go now, and NiP actually decided to take a quasi-buy here. They make their way out towards middle as well. Going to be forcing the issue towards mid.
Oh, they get caught in the act for the boost, but they still manage to react in time to take Forrest down. So the P250 headshot doesn't work out, but GetRight's actually made his way past Forklift. He's lurking in quite quickly. Zipix hears him, fortunately, in time, but you would have expected more of a push to come against Zipix immediately after. They're still doing ring around the rosy on this A site. That's the last man. It's Alu, and it will be yet another for TSM. And NiP, now the bank starts to dwindle. This will be their last buy.
Well, they have got the AWP on Alu once again. This is a huge round. Finally, both teams have full buys here. No Famuses, no Galils, no Tech-9s. This is it. NiP want to try and close this one out right now. Alu with the AWP, no utility. He's going to have to try and find an early pick here. I'd assume they're going to try and boost him and try and challenge Kerrigan towards those sandbags. The position we know he likes to favour, but there we go then. That's the first pick from GetRight. Fantastic work towards B. That's actually Dupree going down. An early face from him gets punished.
And the first time in the last 3 rounds, if I'm not mistaken, that they've had that first pick.
Can they capitalise now? Cajun B making his way into checkers. Knows he's got his work cut out for him. Hasn't got really any vision here, as his own smoke locks him out.
Cajun B. He's already been limited in movement by the fact that GetRight's taken over this toxic position. The smoke's dissolved, and he's actually spotted this time, but smartly gets back, and he can't get in position GetRight fast enough to catch him in transition back all the way to the site as well. Exist still wants to get over top of drop right now and try and take over this mid control, which TSM have willingly given up in the fact that they're a man down. They are going to rotate one player now. I believe that's Device that's going around. No, I take that back. It's Cajun B. Zipix. God, I'm all over the place.
Come on, Matt.
The numbers are too small, all right? I can't see them on the mini-map. Thank God the observer bailed me out.
Let me have a go. So, Kerrigan on the A-bomb side with the AWP. He's going to be waiting for this NiP take onto the A-bomb side. Smoke's going to come in. Flashbang as well. It's not going to catch him then. They're not going to flush him out just yet, but he misses a vital shot there. Freiburg punishes him. Now it's going to come down to Zipix. Does he have what it takes to get a few frags here? Lines up for him. He manages to get 2. Fantastic work from him.
And bomb drop, 19 seconds. This does give them a chance. TSM with the man advantage. Exist manages to get Device, but he still has to push forward onto that bomb. The flank is now coming from Exist. GetRight manages Zipix. There's time enough to plant this. He's going to go onto it, but the Molotov comes out. That forces him out of position, but he's low on HP. And Cajun B manages only 1. GetRight catches him in the act. And it will be 16-12. NiP hold on.
Oh my God. How Kerrigan needed to land one shot that didn't get smothered at all. No flashbangs coming in, and just the one he didn't hit. And unfortunately for him,